That was pathetic.
Why does it do that?
Okay, one more. Dr. Tiger's online. Maybe we can continue our little dispute. I'll just offer a draw if he accepts. I'll change the board after this game.
I thought I had something here.
Your diehard fans are dying to know what happened to Andy. Well, then you can continue dying. I've said it. I've talked about it enough times for people who are dying to know to have found out. I'll play a Jababa Leonard for sure, just not against Shalev. He's a Jababa Leonard expert, so I don't want to play his opening. Well, it's not really his opening, but I'll play it against the next guy. The explanation is one sentence long. I was on the phone. That's it. I was busy with something non-chess related that was occupying 90% of my attention. I was still making moves because I don't like bailing when I agreed to play a match with Andy. We agreed on 15 games beforehand. And I felt like I had to stick to my word, even though, yes, I was very frustrated because the first two games I played focused, and by that point I got frustrated, so I just continued, even though I wasn't even like looking, or I had no idea what I was doing, simply. That same night, I got back to like 3,100, I believe, or the following day or something like that. Now, it's okay. I found out from the leading coaches and content creators that I really shouldn't be on my phone while I'm playing, so I won't be next time. I got sage advice. Because life never happens. Everybody can push every commitment aside at all times when playing. They should know that their match can make front page headlines. That their completely meaningless, non-competitive match can make headlines. Yeah, it's drinking and driving. I put people's life in danger. It's actually a great comparison. I will not be in Paris. Yeah, the big deal, actually. It irks me to no end, obviously.
No, it's my bad.
I mean, it would be nice if, like, Levy at least mentioned that we played 2 games. I mean, nobody even knows that we played in the World Rapid and Blitz, and both the Rapid and the Blitz. We played 2 important games. I was black both times. Maybe people can take... Maybe he could have analyzed, since he did all 15 games and had time to do so many games, maybe he could have also taken a look at those games, which are our last 2 actually important games. Would have been nice. But that was, of course, it would defeat the narrative. Yeah. I respect what he does tremendously. I don't think he's just for clicks. He actually works incredibly hard on his content. And you don't become the successful by complete accident by just putting Magnus's face on a video. Plenty of people do that. Very few people become successful. Again, it's like people use this as a license to just hating. My qualm is with this particular, not even this video. Like, of course, he covers newsworthy chess content. How dare you cover a bad day of mine? Like, that would be ridiculous. What? Like, of course, it's totally acceptable to cover anything he wants. You're an independent content creator. Okay. I'm not his mom.
Let's play properly now.
But it's just like the way it was covered. The only thing that I found to be in bad taste.
Okay, he's going to play the same line that he always plays against me. Oh, no. I was going to say, because that other line he plays isn't, like, he gets bad positions.
I'm just as confused as anybody why this matters, or why this is really a newsworthy event, but it seems to be, so I'm
I remember something like this. Okay, here. Maybe I misplayed, I don't know.
Thank you, an anonymous gifter. There were a few specific points that I brought to the table. The first thing is, if you don't want to give Kramnik exposures, taking his name off of a tweet that everybody knows who said it actually gives him more exposure because you're making like a big deal out of it. Just the best way is to just not give airtime to accusations or tweets or whatnot. That's number one. Okay, so I think saying I'm magnanimous for like, oh look, I'm tired of giving you airtime. Well, yes,
tricky guy.
You have the luxury of deciding that.
Here, I don't know.
And you can say Kramnik if you want to like say the tweet, then already say the name. So I would have done it differently. It's respectful.
I'm actually not sure. Maybe.
But the main thing was like
maybe
the tone. I was like,
I think here's.
It's like propagation of air. I think my chemistry teacher talked about this concept, like in grading exams. Let's say that you're doing a long math problem, and initially you made a careless mistake and thought 2 + 2 = 5.
Sounds pretty good.
And based on that calculation, you did like 15 other calculations. And every subsequent calculation was wrong, obviously, because you got that initial piece of data wrong. So this match was like that. Every game past like the second game was bad for a particular reason. So dunking on every big mistake I'm making, like how could I make such a basic mistake? Like, this is the weirdest thing I've ever seen, is a little bit... It's not that I'm calculating 2 + 2 every time independently and getting 5 each time. If I had played 10 of these matches on the same day, then you could be concerned about my like physical well-being or my state of mind or whatever. Okay. What? Shush, Darren. He did no such thing.
Just fix this rook soon. Hopefully don't get under attack.
Levy never even came close to accusing me. He was always on my side. Let's not spread BS.
Wow, it seems kind of sketchy.
But the other problem is he's got to realize that, like...
Oh, wait, I have to be careful.
This will open up the gates for the trolls to start, like...
That was a little bit...
Yeah, I mean, it's like...
He's going to try for some queen h6. Yeah, he's going to go queen h6. Watch. Then I think g3...
But I used to think that, like, for life to happen to you and having to, like...
Where's the tactics,
take care of something unexpected, sometimes resulting in compromised performance in a meaningless event, is normal. Like, I assumed it happens to everybody, but from what I understand, like, apparently not. Maybe not anymore.
D7.
I made myself a sacrificial lamb. I mean...
Oh, wait, actually, no. I don't...
You're saying this, not me.
Good.
Had I known that this would trigger such discussion, I would obviously have never completed the match. I would just stop after one game, taking care of what I need to take care of, and then resume later that evening.
Oh, fuck. What?
But it actually, believe it or not, doesn't really matter to me that much, the results of one, because I know I'll get my rating back anyway. So whatever, I'll give him, for anybody to get some more rating, I like him a lot. I think he's, for him to get a little confidence, it's not the end of the world. Like, it's good for him. It's not like I'm hurting anybody by doing this. And I'm certainly not hurting myself because I'll get the rating back.
Pawns.
No permanent damage is done.
Turn this off. Fine, if he wants to do that, he can.
Now, I didn't throw the games, and the accusation of prearranging games is that is when it gets serious, because like you may not do that even as like a troll. That's something I take very seriously. There's no teams here. I'm on Levy's side.
Dude,
I'm on Andy's side. There's no teams, or it's not a competition. Friends can disagree about something. It's okay. It doesn't.
What is this
It doesn't mean
position?
that there's a huge beef and now we're going to fight in the streets of Charlotte after the stream.
Queen f4,
Hopefully
probably.
not. The game seems to be not something you take seriously. Ah, okay. That is another insight from the annals of the wise viewers. Yeah, we're not Eric and Hikaru, you know. Of course. Does he see that it's mate? Yeah, okay.